I forgot to explain in our previous video when we talked about this guy. Remember that, this is where we're able to get to this place. Let me close this. Let me just delete it. When I click on 0, what did happen? Okay, do you notice anything? When I click on this, when I keep on clicking 0, it's going to keep on adding 0. Even though I was able to, even though I was able to wipe it out, it's still clicking 0. You can see it keep on appearing our initial 0 that we have. The reason is this, because this is a can say a global variable. So what we're actually doing here is that when we click on this function that is being, which is b0, which is being, when we click on, just like when we click on this button, what is actually happening here is that this 0 is going to be added here. So if we click on it, another 0 is going to be added here. So if we click on it, another 0 is going to be added, another 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So you can see 0 keep on being added to it. So if we were to click on, maybe we added 1, maybe we clicked on 1, so 1 is going to be added. We'll click on 2, 2 is going to be, but I've not done the function for this 1 and 2. What did it for 0? So that was basically the idea behind it. So this cow here, this cow of a guy is going to handle everything for just going to hold it. Just like running a while loop. This guy is outside of the while loop, it's on top before the while loop. So anything I keep on appending to is going to keep on accumulating it, regardless of what is actually happening in the while loop. It does not concern it. So that's basically, I just can treat this as a while loop. And this guy is actually, anything happening here is going to be appended to this guy, and this guy is going to get the so well, you just get the idea. So let me also do for that of button 1. So let me just copy that. I think we have about 10 buttons, about 20 buttons. So let me just okay, what have I done? So let me just do that. So here is going to be the first button. Okay, let me just copy in this way, so I don't need to manually come down to do for that one. So I can say here is going to be our control V. That's the best way to do this. Like when I mean naturally the best way. Now using this function, you can see it takes a whole line of code. There's actually a better way to achieve it by make use of that of the lambda. Lambda and make it easier. You can also make use of this function actually to make it simple. But I just want us to understand the logic actually behind it. But me making it complex and you're not understanding what we're doing, I don't think that there's any value in you watching this video. So I'm going to set one here. Just going to set one here. So just you get the idea. These guys are not supposed to be here. Okay, let me just set one here. What did I even do? It's going to not be stressful work for me. So we're not going to be button 1. Here is going to be string plus 1. So here is going to be 2. Here is going to be string of 2. So let's assume here 3. Let's assume here 2. I'm just putting it so you won't get confusion of what we're actually doing here. So here is going to be 3. Is going to be 3. I'm going to pause this video and then I'm going to complete the other ones. But I'm not going to do for that of the minus, plus, clear, and other things. We're going to do that we're going to do that interactive video. But I want to do for other bodies so then I can post again, I can come back and then explain how other ones are going to be done. As you can see, I'm done with the creation of the other buttons. We did for 1, this was for 2, and this was for 3, and then just basically they just change it to 4 and then change it to 4, and this guy was not supposed to be here, but I just gave it 4. I made the work a little bit stressful for me, and then we have 5 here, 5 here. Just changing the function so they won't be the same thing, and then changing the string to be 5. Nothing actually there for me to explain again. 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't, if you put in 10, I don't think there's any button that has 10 on calculator, but I think 1 and 0 should give you 10. So that number start from 0 to that 9. Button 10 doesn't even follow because there's no even button that has 10, and then on our calculator there's no 10 button here. So let's just run this and see what we're able to. This is our calculator, and then hit 1. What's going on? Hit 1. Why is my 1 not working? My 0 working here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is only 0 there? Okay. This is because I didn't give the button the command. So here I'm going to just copy the button. So for that of button 1, I'm going to set, I'm going to set it to 1. So for button 2, I'm going to set it to 2. Remember that this function I'm giving is for this of our button and variable that we created here. So for that of the 3, we're going to set it to what? See, I'm done with I'm setting the command for the button because that's one of the why it didn't show up before. When I click on 1, I want the 1 to happen. I want this function 1 to happen. So let's run it again and see. So you can see, so let's click on our zero working well to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no button 9, sorry, but there's no button 10. You can see we've got our this thing to be working perfectly. So the idea is that's just basically one of the idea behind any application. When we click on something, it does not mean that that particular thing actually is actually magically doing the work you expect. Like when you click on next on application, you think, oh, it's going to move on to next. There's kind of other background functions that actually handles that make it to when you click on something, the guy that's coding the program, or we clicked on next. So I want this page to vanish and then new page to come. But just get the idea. But that's just one of the logic. You can see you're just setting when you click on one, I deliberately setting 0 or 1 for you. So if I have to set something like 10 here, let me say something like 99, let me just say 99 to make a little bit of sense. So let's just click on 0. Instead of getting 0 on the screen, we'll be getting 99. You can see we got 9999 here. So that's just the idea behind it. We're just setting it by ourselves. So if you're into application, if you want to go into application development, you must have a little bit knowledge about this guy, about what I've tried. It's not hard to understand. But as you go, I know it's definitely not going to be easy, but it's achievable. So I think this video we are going to do stuff for this button of our next video. We're going to add for that of the plus, minus, and that of the divide and declare, blah blah blah, and other there. It's going to be a little bit tricky, but we're still going to get it done. So I'll be happy to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.